What's up, guys? We're back with another video, and today we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna modify the stock airbox. Now, if you don't want an aftermarket one, or you just want to do this to make your car easier to work on, or you're saving your money for other car parts and you want to buy a short ram intake or a cold air intake, I'm gonna do this for now, because my example is I'm not gonna get the short ram intake just yet, so you can do this for now to make it easier to get to the shifter cables, because they're located underneath the stock airbox, because I need to replace mine. So what you can do is to make the stock airbox way easier to take out is you can go ahead and between the stock airbox, I don't know if you can see, but right there you have one bolt, and it's very hard to get your hand in between here and put it in by hand. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and cut this piece off and try to trim a little bit of this plastic, so we're able to have more room and you can fit your hand in there, get the bolt in, and then in between this coolant hard line there's a metal stud, and there's a grommet that goes around the metal stud. WD-40 or any lubricant or anything like that, they made it extremely hard to take off. And you have another bolt, so it's two bolts, one in front, one in between the brake reservoir and the airbox. And what else you need to do to take off the stock airbox is you have to take off the battery, and there's two bolts, so you can take off the airbox tube. If you like the 8th gen Honda Civic, they made the engine bay very small, and they really wanted you to go to a dealership and pay a lot just to simply replace the shifter cables. So if you need to replace your shifter cables, you can modify it how I'm gonna do, so you don't have to waste money and waste your time, just so we can replace the shifter cables. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. So to take off this, you gotta take off the top of the battery tray, then take off the battery, then take off the bottom, then there's two 10mm nuts, you just loosen that, and then the airbox tube can come off. Now what I'm gonna do to make it easier, so I don't have to do 3 steps, is I'm gonna go ahead and not use the hard plastic tube, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this plastic one in half and clean it really good with the greaser and detailing brush, and tape it with duct tape. You can use glue or whatever to make it look more professional, but duct tape, you're not even gonna see unless you pay attention to it. And then, like I said, this is just temporary. I'm gonna get a short ram intake, but I see why Honda did this, because the headers are right here, and you don't want cold and hot air, you want cool air. So I see why they put it underneath the battery, and it's leading away from the headers. But I mean, these headers have the heat shield, and then the tube will be way over here right next to the fans, so it's not like you're gonna get nothing but hot air anyways, because the fans are right here. You're gonna get cool air. Like I said, it has the heat shield, so it shouldn't cause the car to run badly or anything like that. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Well, actually, it's 4 steps. You gotta take out the top of the battery tray, the battery, then the bottom one, the airbox tube. You just stick your flat head screwdriver, wedge it in there, and just pry it forward, and then it should come off. So now you can see a better example, but you take off this bolt, right? 10mm bolt, then you have to take off the one way back here. So with this in the way and this and these grooves in the way, it's very hard to get in that back one. Now, if you're worried about the car not getting enough air, don't worry, it should not be running wrong, because unlike a turbo where it sucks in air and it's building pressure and the blow-off valve releases that pressure, it just sucks in the air and it's not building pressure. So if you cut this and these grooves, right, and then cut these two and this one, and then the tube right here on this, you should be perfectly fine. Car should run right. And then, like I said, this, it's a metal stud and it has a rubber grommet. And if you don't have WD-40 or anything like that, it's very hard to get off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off. This tiny bolt right here, and get you the small socket, the small socket ratchet, and a longer extension if you want, but the medium length one will work. And you want to get a 732 socket, and that should take off that small one. And then you want to take off this coolant hard line and this vacuum hard line, and take it off here, and then take it off right there, and then take it off right here, and then take off the one in the back. And then once you take off that coolant hard line, the bottom portion of the airbox should come off. All right, so this is the metal stud that I was talking about, and the bolt right there, and these two are your shifter cables. Now to get to them, you gotta do all that extra stuff. So what I'm gonna do to make it easier is shorten the tube, and I'm gonna go ahead and take off this, grind it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take off this part, grind it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get the grinder and the cutting wheel, and I'm gonna go ahead and also cut this right here so I can have more room to move it this way, so I can fit my hand in between the brake reservoir and put that bolt in. If you're worried about the airbox moving too much, you should be fine, because just bolting this, it really didn't move that much. So this bolt and the back one should be fine. You should not need this annoying stud. So we're gonna go ahead and start modifying the bottom portion of the airbox and the airbox tube. This is it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching and subscribe.